You're watching E.T.N. Entertainment-related new, entertainment-related discussion. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video is a very exciting video to do, as we have just received, or at least I have just received, and I want to give a shout out to Eric Matthews from The Nation, one of our administrators, forwarded me this link, and actress Vera Farmiga has given some details about her character. And this is very exciting because, as you guys know, and I even mentioned this in my last video, character profiling has been, those videos have been very difficult to do because we have very little news. Now, as far as I can tell, this is the first I'm hearing of this. And it's not much, but it speaks volumes when you guys listen to what it is she describes in terms of her character. So I'm going to read it right from the site. I'll leave the site in the description for you guys to check out. So Vera Farmiga has opened up about her Godzilla King of the Monsters character, revealing that she is in charge with communicating with the creatures and even has the power to control them. I play a paleobiologist, Farmiga told me last month, when I sat down to talk to her about her recent comedy Boundaries. They were talking about a different project she was on. So the characters figured out a way to communicate with the creatures and potentially control them using bioacoustics on a sonar level. So she is like a DJ, for lack of a better term, for the monsters. So this is something that I actually discussed in a couple of videos ago, in terms of whether or not communicating with the monsters, you know, in terms of how they communicated in the first movie, how Godzilla intercepted that message, whether it's that or not, that is something that would be leveraged in the sequel. And sure enough, it looks like we got confirmation that it is going to be leveraged, some form of it. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's the exact same communication that the Muto used, but it seems to be something very similar. So I'm going to look for that video. I'll put it in the link, not in the description, but I'll put it at the end of the video when the ladies pop up and as one of the recommended, so that way you guys can check that out. It wasn't that long ago. It was a couple of weeks ago I did that video, so I just got to find out which one's the right one. But this is big stuff. This is good. This is the kind of stuff I like leading into Comic-Con, and I didn't want to wait till tomorrow to talk about this because I was just too excited about reading about the possibility, or not the possibility, but it seems like a certainty, that we are going to have a character that's going to have the ability to communicate and possibly control the monsters. This is something that I've talked about and speculated and flirted about on several videos. In fact, in my Charles Dance character profile, I questioned whether or not he would be part of an evil organization and whether or not they'd be able to control the monsters. So while that's not obviously on point with this, it does speak to the theory that I had that maybe there's a potential for the monsters to be controlled. It looks like it's going to be a scientific thing. It's not necessarily going to be something that is a power, so to speak, like when we look at some of the movies from the 90s, and there was some semblance of control over the monsters in certain movies by certain characters. This looks like it's going to be something that is a little bit more scientific. She might use an instrument. As they said, they mentioned acoustics. So she might have an instrument that she can use that allows her to communicate with the monsters and get an understanding of maybe what the monsters are trying to say and stuff like that. Very interesting. It also further says that it's assumed, this is not a guarantee, but it's assumed that she would be working side by side, character-wise, with Dr. Serizawa and Dr. Graham. Farmiga's above remarks is just the latest information we have on her Godzilla King of the Monsters character, who we already know is called Dr. Emma Russell, is the mother to Millie Bobby Brown in the movie, is married to Kyle Chandler's Mark Russell, and most likely works alongside Ken Watanabe and Sally Hawkins, their characters respectively. So, and then the article further just talks about her other projects, her political views, because, you know, that's a big thing now in Hollywood. Just don't bring it into the movie. I don't give a fuck what your political views are. You're entitled to that. Just don't bring it in the movie, please. But she did mention that one of the things she was inspired about in terms of taking the role was the fact that Godzilla and the monsters represent you know, harm to nature. And of course, we know this is a common theme amongst a lot of the monster movies from Toho. So it looks like that's going to be a potential theme in the movie as well. Maybe not something she meant to say directly. Obviously, she's talking in terms of her own decision making, but it does give some kind of light as to whether or not the threat of monsters in nature will play another role in this movie. Obviously, it does. I mean, you have these 4 huge monsters going at it. Nature is going to take a bit of a beating. So, very exciting thing, especially a day before tomorrow's live stream. For those of you who don't know, tomorrow's live stream starts at 9 p.m. It's going to be a Godzilla-only live stream. We're going to talk all about everything that we've been learning ever since all this news dropped last week with the Comic-Con coming up and all that stuff. We're going to just talk about it, talk nothing but G. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I hope you guys are all going to be there. And this is great news. This is fantastic news. I want to thank you again, Eric Matthews, for sending me the link. That was very, very kind of you. He always drops links in the nation. And if he ever finds something really relevant, especially Godzilla related, he always shares it with me. So I appreciate that very much. And yeah, this is good, man. I mean, it's exciting. I mean, this little bit of information just opens a floodgate of speculation. Like, my head is going kaboom right now with all the speculation. Like, everything is dissecting in different directions now as to what this could mean in terms of what she's capable of doing with these monsters. So, you know, wow. I mean, this is good stuff. This is good. This is the kind of stuff I've been waiting for. And he interviewed her a month ago. So obviously it was something that she couldn't speak about openly, or something that she had to restrict him, say, hey, look, you can't talk about this right now. You can't mention this until we get closer to Comic-Con. And obviously he must have got a green light to drop this today because, like I said in the beginning of the article, he said he spoke to her a month ago when he was interviewing her about a comedy series she's doing named Boundaries. So what this means is that we can definitely expect to get more character speculation, more character, not speculation, excuse me, we'll speculate more on characters, but we're going to get more information on the characters, their roles, and what they play in the movie. We might even get more in the next couple of days leading into Comic-Con, and maybe we'll get more information. So this is very exciting. So keep your eyes peeled, guys. I think we're going to start getting droves of information leading into Comic-Con. Well, not droves, but I think we'll get more, something similar to this. So I would keep your eyes peeled. But even if we don't, we know that in Comic-Con we're definitely going to get some pretty good information. So this is exciting. So hopefully my green screen's working. If the video's up and it's this green in the background, that means I couldn't get the damn the chroma key to work properly because I'm really close to the green screen, so I don't know if it's gonna work. But otherwise, if it's up, that'll be make me a happy man. But anyway, guys, what do you think? She's going to be, looks like she's got a major role in terms of how she being a scientist, and maybe you know, is she the one that comes up with the technology to communicate with the creatures? Is there some mysticism behind it? A certain, you know, something similar to characters we've seen in the Toho universe back in the 90s. You know, is there some of that in there? Or is it strictly scientific? Is it a blend of science and, you know, some, not magic, but just a sixth sense of sorts? I don't know, but it's very intriguing. I know she's a fantastic actress, so I'm super excited to learn more, guys. So share how do you feel? Share in the comments below. This is exciting stuff. This is the kind of stuff we live for in this channel, man. Woo! I am fired up. I cannot wait till tomorrow night. I'm going to go bonkers. It's it. It's time. It is time. All right, guys, that's it for this video. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news. We just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Click here to watch more content. Or you can click here to become an E.T.N. patron. Don't forget to leave a comment. Also, make sure you like and share this video. If you want to know when the next video is up, click the notification bell next to the subscribe button. And most of all, make sure to click that subscribe button for regular content.